I wanted to walk you through the persuasive rubric as you all are getting ready to record your speeches this week and talk you through how to earn the exceptional criteria points. So for your introduction, it is worth 25 points. Make sure that you start out by getting our attention and then establish your topic and your credibility with your interest and your engagement in the topic, and then also go ahead and preview those main points and in your thesis. Then, when I grade the body of your speech, I want to make sure that I understand what your points were and that they were well supported and that you showed us your sources and you documented those not just with an MLA Works Cited page, but also verbally and orally in the speech. You said who the data came from and who that quote was made by, and you told us why that person is credible as a source and authority. Then you're going to have your PowerPoint presentation or your Google slide presentation to use so that you can get all of the points. Go ahead and drop that in the Dropbox so that I can check over that, because otherwise you might have some problems with it and you might not get all 15 points in that criteria. Next, make sure that your organization is great, and I addressed some concerns that were dropped into the outline builder. And if you have questions on your outline and you want me to look over your organization, go ahead and email me this week and I can do that. Make sure that you use oral transitions throughout your speech so that your audience can follow you from point to point. And then make sure that those sources that you have referenced in your speech are strong. You actually have to have 5 references for this speech. 2 of them have to be from scholarly journals or peer-reviewed articles. Let me know if you have questions on how to find those. And you have to have a works cited page. That can be the last slide in your Google slide presentation, and it does not count towards the number of slides. Then you want to make sure that the research that you have done and the sources that you have, you connect them logically using your logos to the points in your speech so that you can get all 5 reasoning points. Make sure you adapt to your audience. This is why we set up that discussion board, just so that you could survey your audience, and I want to see you responding to the things that your audience, the information your audience gave you about their opinion on your topic in your speech. If you have not hit that discussion board, I've opened that back up. You can go back to that discussion board. Then make sure you use a lot of creativity and clarity in your language to get all 5 of those points. Eye contact is a 20-point category, and you want to make sure that you are not reading your speech, that you are looking into the camera as much as possible to help connect to your audience. Your energy level should be up. Drink that cup of coffee and get excited about your topic, and vary your tone and make sure your volume is appropriate so that your audience has no trouble hearing your speech. Then make sure that your movements are natural, fluid, and confident instead of anxious and jittery. And as you watch your speech back before you upload it, if you notice that you are making some of these movements, just re-record and make sure that you remain confident in your nonverbals. Make sure that you dress to impress, again, for this speech, and your visual aids should be high quality because we are preparing those ahead of time as a Google slide or PowerPoint presentation. You do not want to use notes to get all 15 points, but you do want to be conversational. You don't want to be memorized or canned. So do your best. I realize you might have to read a quote or a statistic or look at the name of one of your sources or more, and that's fine. I realize that for this speech. And then tell us when you are concluding the speech. Don't just end abruptly, and summarize your main points at the end, and give us a thought-provoking statement at the end because it's persuasive. A nice call to action would be great. And then watch your time limit and you'll get all of the points for this speech.